We are back here in Győr for the next game of the day that we will follow together, the second day of the Sitting Volleyball European Championships. Welcome if you're just joining the action. We had great emotions in the previous game between Slovenia and Ukraine. And once again, we will have some with Hungary playing at home against Poland. These two teams started their competition yesterday with a defeat. Hungary lost to Ukraine 3-0. The same score between Poland and Slovenia. Of course, they want to do better. These two teams are lucky to be in Group A, where we have only 4 teams, which means they are already qualified for the quarterfinals, but of course they want to avoid to play Italy, which is likely to finish in the top 2 positions, Germany as well in Group B. So the highest you finish during this pool stage group, the better chances you have in the quarterfinal. This will be for next Thursday, for this Thursday in 2 days. Well, Hungary and Poland, not easy to say who is favorite in this one. They played against each other in the Golden Nations League. This was last year in 2024. Poland won the game 3-2 in a very tough contest. And we discover again the rosters, and we start with the one from Hungary. They play at home, coached by Victoria Verkman and led by the captain Eva Stanko. Well, this team struggled yesterday because they were facing a very strong Ukrainian side. We also saw good performances from Barbara Nebehaj, Adrian Kovacs. They were doing their best fighting on court, but the difference between the two teams was just too big. And we will discover this team of Poland. They played yesterday against Slovenia. We didn't met with them so far, led by the captain Eva Joanna Varelis. Well, this team has quite some experience. They played recently in the Golden Nations League 2025. They finished last, but they're ranked 6th in Europe. And of course, they will be aiming today to do better than what they did yesterday. It's a good chance for them to be back on track, because they will have, once again in the 3rd day of the group stage, a difficult challenge. Hungary will be facing Slovenia, and Poland will play against Ukraine. The 2 international referees of this game, Zvezdan Aleksic-Kapel from Germany and Harry Selac from Bosnia and Herzegovina. This game is on court 2, which means we will have the video challenge available for the 2 coaches. Adam Malik is the head coach for Team Poland. Poland will play in red and white. You see them on the right side of your screen. Yeah, Hungary is mainly playing in white with some green on the left shoulder as well. This game will be underway in a few minutes here in Győr, Hungary. We are really enjoying the action this week. The question is always the same: who will lift a trophy on Saturday evening, both for the women's and the men's competition? Italy is the title holder for the women's. Bosnia and Herzegovina has it for the men. Will it be the same on Saturday evening? Well, it's still a long way before we get the answer. And I'm happy to welcome you on the live stream of Volleyball Europe. Feel free to cheer for your favorite team on the chat. I already can see some messages, some flags from Hungary, from Poland. I'm not very familiar with neither Hungarian nor Polish, but I'm able to understand your flags, your cheerings. So don't hesitate to interact with us in the chat if you have some questions as well. I'm really happy to answer you, to share with you the experience here in Hungary, which is amazing. The venue is really incredible, and the event is the one that we expected. The best team of Europe are here, and they will compete for the title. We are pretty excited to have this game going on. Two teams are now out of the court. It will be time to officially introduce the two international referees. We'll go to the starting six. Starting for Team Poland, Ewa Joanna Varelis, the captain. Number 2, Alina Katarzyna Kubica. Joanna Lidia Swiderska, Magdalena Glowinska, Anna Malgorzata Ciersa, and Tatiana Katarzyna Sadza. I will have one last look, but it's likely that Poland is playing without the libero. This might be the same for Hungary. Starting six for Hungary: Adrian Kovacs, Reka Lukowicki, Esther Bara, Nicoleta Molnar, Barbara Nebehaj, and Eva Stanko. The veteran Eva Sabone-Sipos was starting yesterday. She will stay on the bench to start this game. 69 years old. I didn't check all of the rosters, but she could be the oldest player, men and women. The oldest player of this European Championship could be. Imagine the difference between the 15-year-old girl that we saw from Ukraine just before. There is a 54 years difference between these two. We talked about inclusion, we talked about how long we can play sitting volleyball. Well, this is quite a good example. The ball kids have the balls for the game, official game balls. We'll give the ball to the Polish number 6. She will be the first to get the game underway. Magdalena Glowinska, VS2 player of this Polish roster. The scorers are ready, referees are ready. Here is the first serve of this Hungary-Poland. First fight at the net, and the point for Poland. And Ewa Joanna Varelis, the captain, leads the way. Barbara Nebehaj. The one-arm reception directly on the other side, and the point for Poland. Double touch hold against Hungary. High serve. Good block from Hungary. This ball pushed deep towards position 5. Good read by Poland. And good block out found by Eva Stanko. This ball just came directly on the Hungarian side. I thought it was set, but the ball was directly sent on the Magyar side of the court. And good point for Tatiana Katarzyna Sadza. This Polish team is pretty experienced, with the youngest player from the roster being Joanna Zuzana Makzuga, 33 years old. They don't have any teenagers, don't have any players in their 20s. And they don't have any player over 50 The oldest one is Edita Monika Abramska, 48 years old. Quite the same generation playing together in this Polish team. Good contest at the net. Reka Lukowicki is not able to resist to the pressure. This ball hits the floor on the Hungarian side. Net fault on that block. Net is moving, but this time it's under with the legs that they moved it. The ball is alive and comes back in play with the back end. Well done. At this point, for Poland again, it's a good fight. I guess Nebeheit misread completely the trajectory of the ball. It was, I think, clearly out of bounds. Good swing. Ewasztanko for the conclusion. That's an ace for the Magyar captain to bring back her team in contention, only one behind. With this ball stopped over the net, we'll just replay the point. This ball contact is not the one that Zvezdan Alexic Chapel wants to see. Double touch Poland. And here is the equalizer. 6-0 and 7-6 for Poland. They take the lead again. We'll see Tatiana Katarzyna Sadza with the serve. Ball is in. This game can be a very tight one. We mentioned the last time the two teams met. This was last year for the Golden Nation League, and Poland won the game 3-2. They had quite an easy tiebreak, winning it 15-9. But before, it was really difficult to predict who will win the game. That's an ace for Poland. High serve, but the blocker can't touch it. Another block on the serve. Winning point for Győr. this reception is a lot too low from Nicoletta Molnar. And Poland has a mini break, a 2-point lead, 11-9. That's now 12 point for them. Another great serve from Lewińska. To 9, streak continues. And the first timeout of the game is called by Hungary. Well, we mentioned that these two teams lost their opening game yesterday. It's basically almost quite a small final in this Group A to decide who will finish third, who will finish fourth. And then from this, it will help us to get through the quarterfinal games. So nothing is sure yet. In Group B, we only have Italy with 2 victories. Croatia did not win a single game. We could also have the Netherlands finishing second in this group. And the game between Italy and Germany has not been played yet. Well, just a long calculation that you don't want to go through now, because it's all about sport. It's all about emotions, it's all about surprises, and we really had a lot so far this week that I don't want to predict anything. We just enjoy the action and the show that all these players here in Győr are showing on court. This ball is pushed deep in the court. And it definitely lands before the line. It's in. This point is for Hungary. But they are led by 5. Good serve. The reception is just average. Esther Barra tried to self-cover herself, which she did, but then the ball was just going too far away for anyone to take the contact behind her. Nothing to do for the moment for Hungary in this first set. Poland is leading by 8. Free ball Poland again. Easy dig, the fight at the net. Lifting called against Poland. This one pushed deep in the court. It just took Hungary too much time to move. on the second contact. A lifting call against the captain, Eva Stanko. And Poland keeps on putting pressure on Hungary. They now have a 10-point lead. And Victoria Verkman is calling the second timeout of this set for her team, trying to change something, to adapt.
Please don't do it. I'm gonna start doing the same, so please. Yeah, please don't do it. I'm fighting so bad.
Well, we saw it yesterday. If you were following the action between France and Croatia in sitting volleyball, nothing is never done forever. You can have a very good start in the game, and that's the case for Poland in this first set with this 10-point lead. But then a lot can happen. We saw yesterday France, I guess they won the first two sets on the same score, 25-14. And then in the third one, suddenly everything stopped. And Croatia could fight back to win the third one, 25-15. Before France was able to secure the victory still. But you cannot lose like sets 25-14 and then you have a chance to win the next one. We also saw it earlier this afternoon in the first two sets between Slovenia and Ukraine. 25-18 in the first, 13-25 in the second one before the end of the game that you already know. And an amazing tiebreak to conclude that one, and a victory for Slovenia, who is now in the lead of this Group A. Double touch called against Hungary. Another good serve. Oh, this ball comes back thanks to the fighting spirit of Ukraine. I was quite sure it will not be possible, but Kovacs just touched the ball enough to send it towards Stanko. But still, Poland has a 10-point lead, and they're only 2 points away from winning this first set, 23-13. Set point Poland, and it will be Alina Katarzyna-Kubica's serve. 45 years old for the Polish number 2. Deep to the court. Is this one in? No, it's not. And this unforced from Barbara Nevehaj gives the first set to Poland, leading 1-0. Well, the best start in this game is for Poland. 25-14, you can see the scoreboard. And the Polish team is now coming towards our side. It's not easy to see the numbers of the Polish girls, especially not when they are sitting. Just white on white is not something easy. We take some time to thank the partners of Volley Europe, Sportec, all the sports equipment that we need for sitting volleyball. I mean, nothing more than post and net, but they have to be at the right size and to be well protected for the security of the players. Jefflo for the playing surface, and they have great surface here. It's important to slide safely. Managed Sport is providing good IT and website facilities, both for Volley Europe, but also for the different tournaments, with one dedicated website for each competition. Of course, this European Championship, all the Nations League, gold and silver, bronze, but also club competitions. And Malton for the balls. Time for refilling the bottles for everyone. It's pretty funny that at our position, we are located pretty high in this venue, and we can feel some wind with the doors open. And when we discuss with the players, with the photographers and people around the field of play, they say it's really warm downstairs. So you can imagine that the players drink a lot. They use some, mobile aircon. We saw it earlier today with the Ukrainian captain. Let's see what the starting six looks like on both sides. For this set number 2, is there any change? Not on the Polish side. And Hungary decided to start Eva Sabonis-Sipos, their veteran player, the setter, number 9, sitting in position 3 at the net. This ball is alive. The fight at the net. Won by the Polish side. Too difficult for Adrian Kovacs. Magdalena Glowinska. Oh, what a great serve. Amazing trajectory for the Polish number 6. Well done. Another great serve, and Hungary is struggling to receive properly. And this time the serve is blocked, but there is a lifting call against Eva Stanko. Another great serve by Glowinska. They will adapt in reception. 4 players now in the line, as you can see. This changed something for Glowinska. Not at all. She's still aiming towards position 5, and she's carrying her streak. At some point, Hungary will have to do something, either call timeout or do some substitution. It's already 6 points to know. Glowinska. Luckily, there is some net fall called against Poland when Joanna Lidia Swiderska wanted to conclude this easy ball. She both spiked the ball, but as well the net, and this is definitely not allowed. Neither in sitting volleyball nor in regular volleyball, the one you know. A good dig, good fight. And if we have a quick look at the individual statistics, now that we have them, they were missing at the very beginning of the game, but now we have them live again. You will have fun, but the best scorer is Magdalena Glowinska, 9 points with 9 aces. The only point she scored was with her serve, and she already has 9 aces in this game, and we are only at the very beginning of set number 2. This is quite surprising as a statistic, how good she serves. And on the Hungarian side, best scorer is the captain, Eva Stanko, with 4 points. For the moment, this is not enough to help her team. Hungary is 7 behind, and Poland is calling Hungary is 7 behind, and they are calling timeout, of course. Poland has no reason to do so. They have another time a great start in the second set. Well, what can they do? I mean, they had to change something. They tried to put their experienced setter on court. For the moment, it's not enough. And you can see it in the background. The local announcer is announcing the game on court number 3 that will just start. And that's another ace for Poland for Joanna Lidia Swiderska. The game starting on court number 3 is the one in the men's tournament between Bosnia and Herzegovina and Serbia. These players know each other perfectly. This point has to be replayed. And to be completely transparent with you, the first game that we have on court number 1 is in the women's tournament. The Netherlands against Croatia. Netherlands leads 2-0. This is a game in the Group B. Stanko not able to control the balance of her body on that swing. At the moment, Hungary is totally unable to find any solution. Maybe here is the experience of Eva Sabone-Sipos. Look at this. Kubica is completely on the 2-meter line. She had no chance to take that deep ball. Ball a bit to the inside. Stanko once again has to do a lifting to play that ball. Serve is good. It's too good for Sabonis Sipos. Try to do something with her left arm. It's too difficult to control the ball just with the forearm. There's a bit of luck. This point is scored by Hungary. We'll see it again. Good fight by Reka Lukovitsky. She's a newcomer in the team, classified VS1 this week in Győr. Eva Joanna Vadelis, Polish captain, is just over the block. You could see it on that replay. Is there a net touch? Yes, from Lukovitsky. 15-4 for Poland. It's a one-way game for the moment. Just out. It's a great serve from Reka Lukovitsky. Well, she will need many more if she wants to bring Hungary back in this second set. This next serve is not the one she was looking for. Oh, what a miracle. This ball is alive and on the Hungarian side, but a lifting call against Barbara Nebehai. Maybe she did. I mean, she did not need to do this. That's a lot of small mistakes and a lot of free points given to Poland, and they don't need this. They're already leading by 11 points. But we have a challenge on this one. Referee said it's in. Yeah, it's on the line. No doubt it's on. So Poland will request a timeout, but I have no doubt that with this ball falling from pretty high, it will be definitely on the line, and this point will be for Hungary. I'm not doubting a single second about the issue of this video challenge, and it's in. Oh, it's close, but it's touching the line. $17 for Poland, 7 for Hungary. This serve is too long for Nicoletta Molnar. We are back. It's Halina Katarzyna Kubica. Touched by the block. Second contact was not optimal, but the two referees allowed this set, and then Hungary was able to score the point, but they are still 10 behind. This is just too high, too quick from Joanna Lidia Swiderska. Second timeout called by Hungary. because the gap is increasing and increasing.
Second time out.
12 points difference between the two teams. Absolutely not like the game we had for 2 years at the Golden Nations League. Absolutely not. It's really tough to imagine how Hungary could fight back and even reach some 4th set when we just saw these first 2 sets. But you never know. I mean, it's what we already said. At some point the momentum can completely change. And if that's the case, the leading team starts with doubting about what they can do, what they cannot do. And it's at this particular moment that everything starts to be possible. Magdalena Glowinska. Can she add a 10th ace to her collection? Yes, she can. And it's for now. Well, if this counts as an ace, it always depends if you only count the direct winning serve or if you consider that an ace is as well a ball that never comes back from the serve. But this is a great discussion we had this morning with some statistician, and no one agrees how to count this or not. So I will just follow the official tracking of statistics that I have on the computer, and this serve, the previous one, did not count as an ace, so she still has only 9 so far. (23-8). She's still chasing. Can she score on that serve? Very good serve. The reception is really good. She's well positioned to dig. This point for Hungary. I mean, they're able to score points. That's not the question. But not enough to have a chance to stay in contention, not from what we saw in the first 2 sets. Difficult competition for this Hungarian side at home in front of the home crowd. This were at least... it's not about the number of touch, it's about the catch. Here is the first set point for Poland in this second set. Swiderska is to serve too long. This one stays on the Hungarian side. The second set is for the girls in red. Poland leads the way, 2-0 in this game. While Molde not finding the solution, things got worse for Hungary in this set with even a bigger gap. So they are in the group with 4 teams. But if they carry on to play at that pace, I cannot imagine them beating Slovenia tomorrow. This would not make any sense to believe that. Which means they will probably finish 4th in that group, and they will play the first team of Group A. So I just cannot imagine how tough the quarterfinal will be. And once again, this could be against Italy if we look at the standings for now. Let's talk a bit about the schedule for later today. Of course, I want to enjoy one more game with you. Well, we have 2 options regarding what remains on the schedule. It will be either Hungary against Poland again, but this time in the men's tournament, so the same countries on this same court number 2. This could be an interesting choice. Or we also have the opportunity to switch to court number 1 to have the clash between Croatia and Turkey. And this one is interesting as well because Croatia surprisingly lost this morning against Poland. And Turkey earned a great victory, 3-0 against France. And this group, I mean, these 2 games are from the same group, but it's so difficult to imagine who will come out at which position. Ukraine won the first 3 games in this pool stage, but this will be for the next game. We'll decide it a bit later. Let's first focus on this 3rd set. Underway in a few seconds with Magdalena Glowinska. Net fault called against Eva Sabonis-Sipos. They need to switch this rotation as soon as they can, because Glowinska is serving just so good with the help of the net. 2 times in the same point the net is helping Poland. Well, I can understand what you write in the chat. Bravo Magda, Forza Poland. I can understand this. I can imagine that Barnabas is cheering for Hungary with the Hungarian flag, and Magyar mentioned in his command. It's so cool to have you connected with us. And Hungary scored their first point in this 3rd set. Eva Stanko with a deep ball. Good fight once again at the net. But Anna Malgorzata Dzierza has such a tall blocking height. And this definitely helps her in those situations. Point for Poland. Molnar is on the floor. She tried her best to touch the ball, but she was just too much into the court to have a chance. Net fault. She agrees. Tatiana Katarzyna Sadza touched the net. well, I will not say while spiking, but while pushing the ball on the other side of it. We talk about her height, and she confirms it. Anna Malgorzata Dzierza. Well played again. This ball over the net. She can conclude it. Eva Stanko was standing when everyone was ready to play. 5-2 Poland. Touch by Stanko. Oh, good reflex. Well played. Nicoletta Molnar. And that's an ace for Poland. Great serve. Good dig. Stanko fight at the net. The point is for Poland because the net was touched. That's the impression I had. Another point for Hungary. And it's good to see that this Magyar side will not give up. Another unforced. That serve. Having a look at the statistics, Glowinska is the best scorer thanks to her 10 aces, the 10 aces she scored. And that's another ace, this time for Alina Kubica. Good construction and good conclusion through position 3. Barbara Nebehai. Difficult serve to handle for Poland, and double touch whistled against Glowinska on the second touch. It's not easy to read the trajectory of the ball from Nicoletta Molnar. High ball on the first contact, they push it deep on the second one, and that's enough to make the point. See the fans from Poland cheering for their team. Is this a lifting? Yes, it is on the reception against Reka Lukowicki. I'm not quite surprised because she really lost contact with the floor. Deflects from Eva Stanko on the serve. Not quite sure that she was aiming to do this, but this is how things happened, and Poland got surprised. Serve mistake. Of course, Victoria Werkman is not quite happy for just 3 points given to Poland. They don't need this. Another ace. How many aces Poland will score in this game? This is huge. 14-8. And the timeout called by Hungary. So let's talk about aces. Hungary scored 3 aces in almost 2 sets and a half. For Poland, we have 20 aces scored. 11 for the only Magdalena Glowinska. But can you believe that this is a huge amount of aces? Almost 8% so far, if we consider that we are halfway in the third one. While Hungary was able to sustain contention a bit longer today in this third set, 14-8. But they will have to deal with this 6-point deficit now, which is not an easy deal. Another good serve for Poland. Well, no, I'm quite not sure how aces are counted or not. Yes, this one is an ace, 21 in total. Glowinska. The spike from the back row. Well done, Swiderska. She's doing really good. Found some position to have a swing there in position 1. And the serve is good again. Does this land on court? Yes, it does. The point is for Hungary, but they need Nicoleta Molnar to put full energy on that reception. Difficult ball close to the net, but it's again on the Magyar side. Adrian Kovacs cannot do better than giving a free ball back to Poland. Oh. His first contact from Stanko was not good enough. It was just such a present for Sadza. I mean, it's not easy to control the ball when you're completely falling on your back. Difficult reception again, but Stanko, with some huge shoulder movement, finds the solution. Tanko with the 13th point for Hungary. Timeout. One of the conclusion of this third set is that Hungary is doing better, but they're still 4 behind. I mean, it would be nice to see them fighting back in this game. Eva Sabonis-Sipos. Oh, this serve just after the timeout. It's never the easiest one. And to just put too much energy into it. Poland has again a 5-point lead. Oh wow. Perfect serve. Landing exactly in the middle of the Hungarian fire camp. Aceva Ioana Varelis. This point for Hungary with a bit of luck. One arm reception, push deep. Kovacs took the first contact. Nebehać took the second, but this is a double touch. And I'm afraid it is, even if Hungary is not happy with that. Another ace for Poland. Tatiana Katarzyna-Sadza. This will be a timeout for Hungary now. Because Poland is only 4 points away from the conclusion of this game for them. 2-0. 21-14.
You look like this. You look like having so much fun. See that?
No more timeout left for Hungary. (21 for Poland, 14 for the Magyar team. Serve is very good. Reception as well. What about this spike on the line from Nebehać? Look at this. We're absolutely not used to this, and she did absolutely perfect. While Hungary was struggling during the entire game with reception, and that's the key. if you're not able to answer to the quality of the serve of your opponent, then volleyball and sitting volleyball gets really difficult. Kubica is the serve. Oh, and she's also digging, but not enough control in her defense. Poland still have a 6-point lead. Great swing from position 3, Joanna Swiderska. Complete mismatch with Adrian Kovacs on the other side of the net. Decided to surprise Hungary, and it worked for Eva Joanna Varelis. And this is a first match point for Poland in this game. Lewińska's serve, and this will be another ace for the Polish number 6. And this is how Poland secures the victory in this game against Hungary. 3-0. They take the third place of this Group A for the moment before the last day of competition in this group stage. We have a lot more action to follow today. If you want to see the men's tournament, there is a game between Bosnia and Herzegovina and Serbia on court number 3. You have the link on the Paravolley Europe YouTube channel, and we will be back a bit later. We will switch to court 1 to follow the action between Croatia and Turkey. And if you want to stay on court number 2, it's the game between Hungary and Poland, but in the men's event this time. We see you soon again. We will be back just before 7 for the game between Croatia and Turkey on court number 1.
Where?
Poland next team is
Masz paluszko? So thank you again. Thank you again and thank you again.